Your number. That's my tweet.
Hello?
Scott?
This is Scott.
This is Gary.
No way! Ah! Oh my god, you sound like you. I'm freaking out.
Yeah, this is not somebody tricking you. This is me, man. How are you?
Ah!
Scott, I'm calling you to tell you, now I'm following you so you have one more follower than the people you follow.
Oh.
Go on Craigslist, take all the free shit that they're offering on the free page in the classifieds, bring it home, take a picture, put it on Facebook Marketplace, and make $400 a week. Yo, just sell shit. Carry this shit on the bus. If you're broke, grab this, go on the bus, sit on the bus like this, everybody's gonna look at you, be like, yeah, keep laughing, come home, take a picture, and fucking post it on Facebook Marketplace, 15 bucks. Somebody's like, yo, I'll take your table, ding dong, yo, hello, here you go, sold. Hey, partner. All right, this is fun.
Look at those socks.
You like that? Or you hate that? I'm in the game now, guys. This is very real. I'm in the game. This is the first time I've ever worn combo boots. My morning routine is just like bathroom, shower, brush my teeth, grab my phone, make sure there's no emergency, make sure everything's okay. Then I catch up on my inbox and my social media. Then I work out, and then I go to my first breakfast meeting either at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning.
Why do you curse so much? For a guy who doesn't need to.
Because I only believe in authenticity. It's how I talk. Like when I think about, do I care about my employees? It feels more like in my brain and my heart and my soul, do I give a fuck about my employees more than do I care about my employees? That's from my brain and heart to my mouth. I am willing to deal with the ramifications of me being my full self.
Do you curse at home?
A ton.
In front of your kids?
Yep. I'm just not devastated to go into my fourth grade teacher and Mrs. Thompson's like, you have a real problem. I'm like, what's that, Mrs. Thompson? Your daughter curses. I just don't see that as a real problem. Me and Mrs. Thompson just don't see the world the same way. Again, I am the byproduct of Mrs. Thompson telling me my whole life that I would be a failure. Mrs. Thompson thought that a D in science was going to be my downfall, just like she thinks saying fuck is her downfall. I don't agree. People decide no before they try. Not just you, the fucking world. That's why I love the DM thing, right? You don't think 21 Savage is hitting you back, but he might. Crazy shit happens. I remember the first time I got offered to speak for real. This is a good story. Dude calls, he goes, we want you to give the keynote at the Internet Marketing Conference. How much do you charge? I was about to say, cool. I was about to say, bet. I was almost gonna be like, sure, I'll come, just pay my trip. He goes, how much do you charge? I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm a businessman. I have no idea what people get paid to speak, but I'm gonna throw out the craziest fucking number ever. I could always come down. So I'm like, $5,000. He goes, okay, great, we'll send you the paperwork. I was like, holy shit. He said yes, fast as fuck. I was like, fuck, he's talking, I'm blacked out. I'm happy. I go, okay, let me recap. Paid trip, March 9th, Florida, $5,000 for a 30-minute talk. He goes, no, I said an hour. I said, oh, $10,000. He goes, okay, great. I'm like, fuck. Yo, actually, listen to me. Do not buy these sneakers. Even though this is the number 5 in the collection, the 005 K-Swiss Gary V's are here, even though this is the authentic kick, the one that we spent so much time designing, the side pocket, the flip, the whole 9, do not buy this kick if you cannot afford it, so you invest in you, because that's what matters most to me. I'll be straight up, I can eat cheeseburgers every day. I don't need anything fancy. I'm gonna win because I played for the game. I don't need shit. I don't need shit. And I don't hate on people that want stuff. Everybody knows what they want. I want the game. I don't even want the money. You know, you do. You know how I play. I want the fucking action.
That's exactly why I said.
Every parent tried to limit kids on video games, and now the biggest checks in the world over the next decade are gonna be for esports stars, not athletes of other sports. 15 years ago, nothing we talked about existed. Not the iPhone, not Facebook, not YouTube, not Insta. I mean, Jesus. There's a lot of good happening on that screen time. What else would they be doing? Watching TV? This fascination that every kid is gonna be so healthy and eat well and play outside all day and study is fucking ludicrous. I need people to understand. I was at 0 after working my fucking dick off for 15 years, building a huge business for my dad.
Yeah.
Gave up all my 20s, no fucking fun, and gave back to my parents for bringing me to America. And then at 34, I started.
Man, geez.
story. Guy buys a case of Pinot Grigio in Chicago. We made $11 and we find his Twitter. His whole Twitter is about Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler, I love you. Jay Cutler this, da, da, da. Great. We go and buy him a $350 jersey signed by Jay Cutler and we send it to him. And so now I'm pumped. He's gonna do something. It's gonna be unbelievable. I can't wait to tell all of you. 3 weeks go by. Motherfucker didn't get back to us. So I'm like, what the fuck? Nothing. I'm like calling 4 times today. I'm like, you sure? Like, I know it's in spam. Nothing. I'm boarding a plane to Orlando. I get a phone call. Gary, I'm like, yeah, we got something. I'm like, finally. What did you do? Better. I'm like, okay, better. We just got an order from Plano, Texas. $6,000 worth of red burgundy. I'm like, great. Wait till you hear the note in the order. Dear Wine Library, first of all, what a great red burgundy selection you have. P.S. You sent my friend John a Bears jersey the other day when he bought some wine from you. P.S.S. I'm a huge Bruce Springsteen fan.
Why is that the top of the mountain for you?
So I was born in Belarus in the former Soviet Union. I came here as a kid, and at first not speaking the language. When I moved to Edison, New Jersey, I went outside. Eric Godfrey and a couple other guys are playing with that old school Nerf football, green and white. And they kind of accepted me in and they're like, you play football? I'm like, duh. You know, like, and I got in there. And then right away, I watched the first Jets game in that '82 season. And it became my thing. It was my break into American culture.
You were Americanized through the Jets.
I was Americanized through the Jets. Guinness Beer Company, after declining in pubs for the first time, realized that a lot of people were talking about trivia at the bar and literally created the Guinness Book of World Records to get you to talk about trivia in a pub and use the word Guinness so that you would subconsciously reorder a Guinness in the pub. This is super interesting to me. Pick this Disney mug, Tree of Life mug up for $1. Look what it goes for. Completed shows me how many of that item have sold and how many have not sold. Sold, when you add the sold part, shows me what they've actually gone for. So the screenshots that you're gonna see edited here a lot of times are coming right from my phone recordings, and it shows prior auctions what they've sold for. And this 18. It's amazing. I mean, like, made 40 on that, $2 in 2 seconds. Your mom and dad could have had sex like 3 minutes later and you wouldn't even exist and you're complaining. You could have ended up being a bus, a tree. I just don't get the mentality of being head down sad on a Monday morning. Please take a step back and think about how awesome it actually is. And then recognize that you can attack the world in a totally different way because you were lucky enough to be born during this era. Fuck you, Monday. I think you should be posting 8 to 15 times a day.
Get out of here. Yep. That's not gonna be overkill, you don't think?
No, because people aren't gonna see it all. The thing that people haven't figured out is the algorithm is on the side of the person that's consuming it, not on the side of the person that's making it. You know who it's gonna overkill? The 49 people on earth that think you're the greatest thing of all time and they're gonna see all 15. They're gonna be pumped. Right. I'd like to get 49 pieces of content from Randy and the Macho Man Savage every day of my life. People blame the algorithms like, fuck you, algorithm. I'm like, the algorithm's there for the people. It's consumer centric. If you think I'm rad, you're gonna see me. Michelin. The reason you've gone to a 2 or 3 star Michelin restaurant is because almost 100 years ago, the Michelin Tire Company wanted rich people from London and Paris to start driving to the countryside and stop by the gas stations and use up their tires, so they bought new ones. So they started favorably reviewing restaurants, hotels, and inns in the countryside and then making a book that drove propaganda, and people started going there for the best foie gras. When you're 32, if you did nothing right and you just started at 32, you got plenty of time to do it right. And that's not what you're taught. You're taught like, gotta figure it out now. I get emails on Facebook from friends I went to high school with, starting with, Gary, you're so lucky. I reply to every single one of them. Jan, great to see you again. You look great. Kid's super cute. P.S. I am super not lucky. For 8 years, in my 20s, I worked 15 hours a day, 7 days a week in my dad's liquor store. Let me remind you, Rick, remember when we graduated college and you went to the Jersey Shore every weekend and hooked up with chicks and drank beer? I worked.
Your best advice for sophomores in high school?
Self-awareness. You know, if you're working too much and thinking about college too much, have a little more fun. If you're having a ton of fun and you're not a good student, start figuring out how you're gonna hustle and work, because if you're not doing school, you're doing work.
Mentioned that you don't really give a shit what people think of you, but what do you tell people that you care about when they tell you to maybe chill out or calm down or take it easy? How do you deal with that? Because you actually care about them.
I tell them that I love that and I appreciate where they're coming from, but I have no interest in telling them how to live their lives, so I'd appreciate if they told me not how to live mine.
Awesome.
On earth that's not commoditized is brand. Do you understand what this little fucking swoosh is? Yeah. This fucking sneaker is a commodity. You and I can make this right now in China, but this fucking swoosh is worth $1 trillion. Every one of you is wearing clothes right now that's a commodity, but you chose it for a reason. Do you understand? It's only brand. Get out of here. What, you've been doing it for so long? People are sucked into one massive game of high school.
Yeah, you're so right.
And I'm trying to get them out of it because it gets really, the reason I was so happy in high school was because I was not stuck in high school. I liked everybody and I liked nobody. Do you know what I mean? Like it was all just like,
it was an experience.
And that's how it is now. Like for me, the reason social works, here's a good one. This might help a lot of people listening. My friends, one of the reasons you're struggling with social media and the negative comments you get is because you're overvaluing the positive comments. What's gonna happen with shopping? I'll give you a very simple answer. Alexa, buy a purse.
Did you want me to find a purse?
Yes. Alexa, buy this. I just bought a $36 purse, right?
Order, please.
Alexa, thank you, stop. Alexa, stop. The fact that I just bought a $36 purse in 1 second, 9 seconds, 11, whatever the math will show, like forget about e-commerce. That machine right there is remarkable. On the Snippy Snip, I get a little black raspberry, clearly some pepper. There's a lot of huge fruit, sugar exploding up with the raspberries. There's a little oak, 92 points Tanzer, 92 points Robert Parker, average price 16 bones. Fruity would be very popular with the kids. You guys like fruit? Yes. See? The one thing a 20-year-old has over me is 20 fucking years. But you don't think that. Because when you're 22, you don't think 31 is young. A 60-year-old has his experience, but doesn't have time. What youth has is time. Everything that you think you might like, you should try to do. But that's not what people tell you to do.
Yeah, they tell you to do a job.
Gather as many experiences as possible. Go and start that business that you've always wanted. Start that band you've always wanted. This is the time to be massively risk-oriented. Pick something and fucking do it. You're a fucking young kid. You can do all 19 things. It's what you don't do that screws with you later on.
4 months ago, I was in the same spot that I am.
Fuck
in
4
right
months.
Now.
How old are you?
20.
Bro, you're gonna get it from me on some real shit. Like that's just, you're gonna lose if you talk about 4 months at 20. Why don't you save money for 6 years, open a smoothie shop at 26, have it successful from 26 to 32, and then put out fucking music at 32.
Can I work on music like the whole time?
You could work on music the whole time. If you're not spending time on dumb shit.
No.
So of course you can, you know you can. Bro, this is the same game for every 20-year-old. Deeply impatient. Everybody wants to prove to everybody they made it. It's all about worrying about everybody else. So I want you to be fucking patient instead of talking to me about 4 months at 20. Take care, bro. You will be a big fucking star if you stay focused. Like a big one. My advice, go in a cocoon. Meaning like go out, live life, but like mentally be in a, like anything that veers you from completely dominating, be out. Like you can go out every night, but don't get caught up in anything that like you need to be obsessed. Cause gifts are fucking rare, man. I don't feel like this about 99% of the people I've been meeting with. 99. I really believe, man.
Touch a card. Okay, this doesn't matter. The jack of clubs. Just hold your hands up for me. I'm going to put the jack into your hand like this. Okay, put your hand on top. So I'm going to take 7 of hearts. Squeeze onto the jack. Watch the 7. You guys all see that? I'm going to take the 7.
I'm holding it so fucking hard.
Bam. Now I've got the jack.
I just can't. I can't. You have to understand, I'm like holding it with my whole life. My whole fucking life.
Like, what am I doing wrong if so many people my age
They're fucking full of shit, bro. They're better at acting than you are.
But if they're actually making money, how are they faking it?
Fuck money, bro. You think your buddy that you went to high school with that's flashing diamonds on Instagram's so fucking lucky? Get FOMO out of your system. Their life has nothing to do with you. Cool. The fuck does your buddy's life have to do with you?
Nothing.
Nothing. You understand?
Yeah.
Do you know that when I was 26 years old, I was ringing up my friends' bottles of champagne at the liquor store, then putting it into a box and carrying it to their car and putting it into their car for the party they were going in at night? In that scene, all of you would have thought one person was winning and one person was losing. You would have been fucking wrong. I was 26. You're 9. I want to start a social network that only lets you post once every 24 hours. That's the restriction. You're stuck. If I'm stuck every 24 hours and it becomes Instagram, it is happy birthday Tom. That's way bigger than writing him a letter. He's like, holy fuck, right? Like the depth. You have 365 posts a year.
It's a pretty good idea.
When I was ideating this 7 years ago, I was like, I would probably follow Snoop. I don't really give a fuck about Snoop, but fuck it. One time a day, like, he's probably intriguing enough. I think it would become everybody's biggest platform based on like how I can feel my chemicals think about this. If I'm right about that, that's $1 trillion idea. Yo, D-Rock, put in a thread. I want to find a filter that makes me look like a baby, and I'm gonna post it. Snapchat's got a baby one?
Yeah.
Where is it? Guys, I need it right away. Like, get in the thread. Like, I need a baby ASAP. I got it.
I fucking love you, man.
I love you back. Thank you, my friend. It's okay. I got it. That's good luck.
Is it really good luck?
No. Kids, listen to me. Fuck finals. You will never, ever, ever actually care about it when you're an adult.
You gonna die. You gonna die.
How hard are you going at TikTok?
See, I don't even use TikTok. Is that the same thing as Triller? Is it like Triller?
It is, but it matters. But the difference is like doing a track with Beyonce versus Beyonce.
So what it like? So it's the same thing.
I want every 9-year-old in America to fuck with you.
TikTok.
And you can make that happen on TikTok in the next 30 days.
Okay. I'm gonna download it.
Pulling me off. I'm so sorry. I love you, Dubai.
Please, oh my God, please, Gary Vee. I've been following you for 5 years. Please.
If you
I have visualized this. I can't believe you're right in front of me. You are
ready?
my vision board. I beg you, please.
You'll never believe this. They just told me, had you been following me for 6 years, I could have asked you. Now, go ahead. Go ahead. Favorite ice cream?
Cookie dough.
Andy?
I'll go cookie dough.
Cookie dough. I get it. Chuck?
Cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream? Cookies and cream.
Vanilla fudge. Gary?
I mean, none of my top 3 even made it. Coffee, mint chocolate chip, and strawberry.
Okay, that's good.
You like strawberry?
Yeah.
All right, good. Fickett, the New York Jets kicker, followed me on Instagram. I was like losing my mind on a plane last night. Like, Fick, like DM'd him. He's like, hey, you know, like, who were some of those early people for you?
There's so many. It was like Chase, Taylor, Bryce, all of them. Mackenzie Ziegler followed me. It was right after I did my first ever interview with Famous Birthdays, and I had just hit 500,000. And I had said in my interview, I really want to dance with Maddie and Mackenzie Ziegler one day. Then she followed me, and I was like, what is going on? What do I do? Why is this happening? She was like, hey, I just made a song. Like, do you want to do a TikTok to it? And I was like, of course. Like, yeah. And she posted it on her Instagram story, and I was able to meet her at an event, and it's just like, what is my life?
I get it. You do 20 for this?
My son's not here. He said,
Can you call him? Call him. Thank you, brother.
Call Dad. But there's a customer that wants to know for the train. Can we do it for $20?
That's fine.
Yep, it's fine.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for calling, brother. Oh boy, big start.
I gotta thank you, dude. Like, I started flipping over the summer.
Yeah.
$15,000.
Dude, I'm trying to. Dude, $15,000 in 6 months is bonkers. It's all there. People don't want to hear me. Proud of you, bro. Good shit. Visco girl.
Sorry?
You know that the 14-year-old teenage girls have fully taken over the white-on-white Air Force Ones? You don't know about this?
No, I don't.
You're gonna have to really change up your sneaker game.
We getting that on camera? Oh, she does this shit on me on camera.
That was not shitting on you. That's me trying to help you. Hey everybody, it's Gary Vay, Nerdchuck, and 2012 is upon us. Talk about how I predict the future. I'm gonna go with some hardcore ones. Let's talk about Facebook and about a Facebook prediction. Mobile. Where I see Facebook's opportunity is in mobile. There's an app actually out there that's causing a lot of noise, and I'm making a big prediction on this one. I am predicting that Facebook acquires Instagram. And I just have this funny feeling that Zucks is gonna look at that talent, look at that app, bring it in-house, use it. And that's my big one. Facebook buys Instagram. Go on Craigslist, take all the free shit that they're offering on the free page in the classifieds, bring it home, take a picture, put it on Facebook Marketplace, and make $400 a week. Yo, just sell shit. Carry this shit on the bus. If you're broke, grab this, go on the bus, sit on the bus like this, everybody's gonna look at you, be like, yeah, keep laughing, come home, do it, take a picture, and fucking post posted on Facebook Marketplace, 15 bucks. Somebody's like, yo, I'll take your table. Ding dong. Yo, hello. Here you go. Sold. How much are the stuffed animals? 50 cents. Good. SpongeBob, maybe? All right, stuffed animals continue to be my score. 50 cents a pop. Dumbo, Disney Store, Snuffleupagus, and this one's gonna be a beast. The FAO Schwartz giraffe. No, it's not.
Why not? That one looks sadder than the other one?
No, look at the patches on the eyes.
Oh, weird. It says Toys R Us on the other tag.
It does?
Yeah.
So it is the FAO Schwartz Jeffrey. It's Jeffrey. Wow, it's the $30 one. So we just looked it up. The Jeffrey giraffe Toys R Us FAO Schwartz combo, 30 bucks.
Left here.
Paid 50 cents. I don't know what else to say.
Oh, Zach, Gary just went live.
Oh yeah?
He just went live. Yeah.
Live?
Yeah. Oh, dude, here.
Get the camera, I got an idea.
You need Jimmy.
Wait, what are you doing?
25 cents at the garage sale. Now this is for 35. Special Liberty, 15 cents in New Jersey. What the heck? Dude,
Hey, Gary. So good to meet you finally.
what are you doing? D-Rock, thank you so much. Tyler, who is this dude?
How do you eat chicken wings?
Literally every single piece and like break the bone and eat the marrow, like I leave nothing.
Unbelievable.
Penis bones, motherfucker. Bro, TikTok is so, let me tell you why it's, let me give you,
Hey, is anybody listening?
Why is Gary so fucking dope? That's my question. Is this Gary's camera? Why is Gary being so dope?
That's a really good question.
That's a fucking great
That's a really good, Kev, this is why I fuck with you so heavy. The amount of fucking work you put in. No, like honestly, from like one of the few other people that actually work that much, they just don't know. So much. And you know the best part is? You haven't even started. No.